ETH, we start with weekly chart, and there is no much changes based on weekly, because if you refer to my last analysis, we discussed about the possibility for this one to be flat for the next drop, since most of the chart they have a similar movement. And we mentioned if we consider this is the start of the up move, we have to see the deeper correction, and mostly we will expect the price to consolidate here for longer time before we see the reversal. Anyway, based on weekly chart, at this point, we have nothing to discuss. And even if we move to lower time frame, we move to daily chart, similar explanation. Now, the question is whether this is the start of the down move or we can look for continuation. First, if this is the start of the up move, we have to see the breakout of the previous correction. And at this point, still we can expect this one turn to an internal flat for one move up as a short move, similar to what we have here. Then if anyone wants to look for trade for buy, they have to trade based on lower time frame, and any trade will be a short term, because still we can expect this one to be in relative to what we have here for the next drop, following by divergence. Even still we can even if the price continue from here, we can expect to look for the divergence based on daily chart. But at this point, we don't see any confirmation either for buy or sell. Any trade for buy will be a short-term trade based on lower time frame. We have to be really careful if anyone wants to look for trade, because even if you refer to our analysis when the price was within here, we discuss about the next drop. Okay, now if anyone wants, that means we have to wait for the correction here, either deeper correction for continuation or for the reversal. Okay, we don't see really good confirmation that the price can continue from here, because technically made this one turn to flat in relative to what we have here. Before we look for trade, we have to see what we get here before we take the next trade setup, or before we look for the next trade setup. But at this point, we have to wait. That means we don't have any trade setup, either for buy or sell. And even if we move to a lower time frame for 1 hour chart, we don't see any trade setup. If anyone wants to look for buy, they believe this is similar to what we have here, we can expect for their next move. We have to wait for the sharp move flag. Mostly we can look for the 15-minute or either 1 hour or 15-minute before we take the next trade, similar to what we have here. All right, but at this point we have to wait, and we can expect for continuation. All right, and even if anyone wants to look for sell, we have to wait for the reversal as a correction before we take the next trade. That means simply we cannot take the trade, and even we don't have any trade setup at this point. And as I say, most of the chart they have a similar movement, and we prefer to wait before we take the next trade. And we are not really interested to look for sell, we're looking for buy. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.